What is up? Welcome to the May 2025 market update. And for those of you that missed me the last month or two, I apologize. We are working on so many cool and exciting things. Our new website is up and running. If you're on socials, you're probably seeing us on Instagram a little bit. We've got all kinds of cool stuff going on. And our intention was to revamp this and get it out, and well, things happened. So we missed a month. I apologize, but we're here now and we're gonna get you all caught up on what's going on in the market. So lots and lots of stuff is going on. We had a Fed meeting since we last met. Rates got held steady. There's tariffs and then not tariffs and all kinds of crazy stuff going on with that. Most recently, what we realized is the president announced a 90-day pause on those tariffs with China. And that's great news in terms of inflation and what's going on with that. If you're a buyer though, and you were thinking you were gonna get some lower interest rates, it's probably not great news for that. Everybody's pretty much predicting now that the Fed is not going to lower in June, probably not in July. So we're looking at second half of the year before we'd probably see any significant move in rates. We've got the 10-year Treasury that we talk about all the time. It's up back almost to 4.5%. So the reason that's happening is people are flooding back into the stock market. So they call it risk on. So in other words, people are investing in the stock market less in bonds. That way, for that reason, bonds end up, the rate goes up. And that's kind of what's most correlated to interest rates, as we've talked about in the past. So we're seeing those mortgage rates holding steady right now, and I don't really see any time in the near future those dropping. What we're seeing in the market in terms of inventory is we are starting to see that inventory just continue to creep up a little bit. So our sales are still strong, they're holding pretty steady, but more inventory is coming on than there are homes selling. So in other words, if you're a seller, you gotta make sure you price the house right. We're still seeing multiples. My wife and I looked at something personally this weekend or week, and by the time we got to seeing it, it had already gotten a cash offer on it and was under contract. We were out with clients this weekend. They looked at a house and there's multiple offers on that house. So we still are seeing those multiples in there. But on the flip side, we've got some of our buyers out trying to negotiate on homes, sellers being stubborn on their price, and we're seeing those houses 30 days later. Actually, the prices are coming down to where had originally offered, and the sellers had declined those offers. So if you're thinking you want to sell, it's really important to understand with your agent what's going on in your market, what's going on in your sub-market, what demand is there, and how many buyers are out there looking, so you don't overplay your hand. On the buying side, it is good news because there's some more inventory. There's a little more flexibility. There's a little bit more opportunity for rate buy downs. We were just out with a client and the builder is offering 4.99% fixed rates, which is great, way below market rates, in order to incentivize people to buy those homes. So those opportunities are there for you in new construction, but also you can negotiate those opportunities in resale as well. So we're starting to see some more of that happening in the market, and those are all good things. They're healthy. So if you have questions about specifically what's going on for you, please reach out to us. We're happy to walk through your actual situation, what's best for you, what the timing should look like, all those great things, and help you make an informed decision that's gonna be in your best interest. So until next month, and I promise it's gonna be next month, I hope you guys have a great month. Hopefully you guys are surviving this early part of this heat. I hope you moms had a great Mother's Day, and we'll see you soon.